Booster 2.
Do a little video for my sister. She's like, I don't like the vaccines.
Any side effects from the previous?
No, none of them so far. Except maybe the very first one. It was like tired the next day, maybe. Nothing harsh at all.
I told the guy, I'll see you for the third booster if it comes down to that. How's it? Hang loose. Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii, the channel. This is a quick one too. Hello, it's Monday. It's May 16th. Lots been going on. As you might have just seen, I just got back from my second booster shot. Good. And tomorrow, I'm going to take my mom in for a second booster shot. My brother went back to Texas. Yay? I don't know. Well, it was good that he came over and all that, and it was really kind of all that was for my mom and everything, but I'm right in the middle of taking care of my mom, so I was catching a lot of, I think, crossfire. Everyone was trying to impress my mom, in a sense. Should be our mom, but I don't feel it was like a them group, and there's get out of the way. So, there it is. And it was going... and then, like, towards the end, with that rock wall thing, then they finished the next day, and granted, my brother was under pressure about leaving that day and stuff going on at home for him, and all that, but I don't know, he just took it out on me in a sense, again. So luckily, my other sister in Waimanalo feed store. She was over here on a rare visit, which was really cool. She was right in the way when he went off on me, man. I'm just like, I thought there was going to be blows for a second. He was like, yeah. And there was this painted, anyways, I threw it down on the ground, but he thought I threw it at him, and he just got pissed. So he was under pressure. Well, luckily, my sister was there. One thing my sister said to me, I was like, man, this is ordering me around and yelling at me. She goes, yeah, everybody wants to be a boss. That's what our Waimanalo sister said. Everybody wants to be a boss. Those were the magic words. And then she stayed around for a little while and everyone left. They flew the coop after doing their magic outdo you number. I'm not really pissed, but I kind of am, because I'm the one that gets, I mean, hey, I've been having it with the you-know-what, and then I get the, oh, man. Luckily, my sister from Waimanalo came by, because everyone else is like, got a big stink feel to it, you know, it's like, dump on me. What the fuck? But there's lots in the news. So my sister stood by, me and my mom and my sister were hanging out watching the church TV, which was actually kind of cool. And she had lots of other things to share. And then when she left and all that, I went downstairs and everything, and I found out, hey, you know what? That's right, down there, it was the lunar eclipse. I'm like, oh my God, it's the lunar eclipse day. So I went outside real quick at my room and got some shots. That's like a 2-second video shot down there. See it down there? And that's how much of the eclipse I saw. And I alerted my mom, and she got to see it too. So, aside from that fun stuff, on the regular, let's just go regular news here. I was gonna make a little vlog, but hey, what the hell? So, Sweden and Finland are going to join NATO. Rah, 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 rah. I think that's great. I have a Swiss bayonet, Swiss Army knife. I have a Swiss Army bayonet. It used to be all chromium. Now it's rusted. I'd show it to you, but I don't know. If I cross YouTube with showing weapon, Putin might see it, and then it'll be crossing the borders of NATO and start some. Use weapon. See, Putin's okay if them joining NATO. Putin's in the effect of, go ahead, join your silly NATO on paper. But if I see one military stuff in your countries, world, look at the number 3. There's going to be consequences. Because he's doing that posturing. And well, in the meantime, in Russia, no more Ronald McDonald for you. Ronald McDonald has taken away the Ronald McDonald thing, including the franchise Golden Arches, so no trademark stuff. So the Russians are like, what the, hey, that's the kind of stuff that people notice, even though the bigger stuff like oil embargo, they're going to see in the long term. And the other fun thing in the world of crazy, as far as politics goes, is there's midterm election in 5 states. So now the real crazy begins. Who believes in who? And the 2 movies my sister recommended, I went and I watched on Netflix. I'll say that. Netflix. One was Don't Look Up, which has Leo DiCaprio in it, which is pretty cool because it's almost a farcical end of the world movie with a comet about to hit the planet, and they discover the comet and they try to tell people like, oh my god, there's a planet killer, a comet coming this way in 6 months, and nobody believes them. The White House politics is just more loony than, I mean, it's like they couldn't get the message across for the people to know that a killer comet is coming. And the world just goes on its really crazy way that we have developed nowadays in our crazy mass media thing and internet mass media. What is mainstream media but the whole world of internet World Wide Web? I mean, because it's mass, it's mainstream, but I know mainstream is like the corporate guys. And then they don't believe them. So it's just a really crazy, zany movie. Don't Look Up. It's on Netflix. And the other one was Ryan Reynolds, who's cool. I like him in his stuff. He's got the goofy guy, but tough but goofy guy, and with a lot of humor quips. So my younger brother really likes him because he like sucks up the humor quips. I'm trying, but I'm trying to be inventive, not like you. Never mind. And that movie's called Adam's Project, which is kind of more kid because he visits his former self. So he's half the movie with him and his earlier him, which is a kid because he was earlier, time travel. It has action in it. It's kind of a feel-good movie. It moves along. It's not as profound in spots where it wants to be profound. Like they have a game of catch out in the backyard, kind of a la Field of Dreams had that original. But in Field of Dreams, it's really emotionally powerful. In this movie, it's kind of like they threw it in there trying to hope to capture. Then it's like so those profound little things kind of don't work, except for a couple points. Not bad, but it's worth seeing, and that's that. And now back to the news, because we got this thing going on. Headlines. Let's stay a little local here. I saw this headline and I went, closure of Kalia Road proposed, and I'm thinking, so effing what? Until I noticed that's the little road that goes kind of through Waikiki on one end of Waikiki. The Waikiki part known as Fort Durusi. Now, I didn't know Fort Durusi actually goes from the beach all the way up to Kalakaua, the main drag avenue, of Waikiki. So the Kalakaua to the beach. And this road is like in between, in that little space area. This is kind of a lot of space. There's a lot of area. There's a bus stop, and you can go down there in traffic. I don't usually use that road, but you can. If you go down that road, you can visit the, what is it? Oh, God. Battery Rudolph, which is it used to be it's a army museum now. It's kind of underground because it's a battery left over. It's a museum. It has a helicopter on top. Go look for Battery Rudolph. It's the Fort DeRussy Museum, probably. They're more recognizable. And that's that. They're going to close that road, or they're proposing to it, because they're going to renovate Fort DeRussy. So, oh my gosh, after all that kind of stuff, man, need to relax, huh? How about back in the day? Well, you know, like when things were like easy and kind of, more relaxed, huh? So back in 1990, things were much more relaxed. You could bring your pet Stegosaurus to graduation, and the Stegosaurus can get your diploma instead of you, and it relieves the pressure, especially if you wear cheap sunglasses. Now, I don't know what this one is. Stegosaurus used to be my most favorite dinosaur. When I was 4 years old, yeah, I was a dinosaur aficionado at 4 and 5. I had the dinosaur world down pat. Except I didn't know Brontosaurus wasn't an actual dinosaur back then. It was Sonoko with the dinosaur. Anyways. Darren accepts fine arts degree accompanied by his inflatable friend. From the University of Hawaii. It's like, you know what? We had second thoughts about your inflatable friend here. Sorry. Oh, but he won the... Oh, God. Fine arts. Okay, so you got the artists coming in, getting their degrees with dinosaurs. Now, social worker. This guy used to be part of a gang, but then he went social worker. Then he went and got shot. So it's like, it was 1 year ago. It's having the kids. Go pray. Pray for the guy. Now, we need ammunition, not Senate amendments. He's a no-nonsense guy. Zelensky. 1 L, 2 Y's. He's a no-nonsense guy because he's in a no-nonsense situation. But it doesn't really... it doesn't pan out so well with America. But we're about to send military arms, that $40 billion thing that some people are... It's a bipartisan agreed upon thing, except for one numbnut and that Marjorie Taylor Greene cuckoo bird. Those are some messed up freaking thing. They're just blocking it for a little while to make sure they're politically positioning themselves to have some type of clout in any matter. So it's in the Senate with like one person in the way, making stall for kind of like for themselves. Anyway, you imagine being that person. So don't travel to, that place because you don't want to be known as... I don't understand these people. Okay, doctor prescribed. Oh, come on. Oh, everyone's baby formulating out. I'm not gonna even go there. Bring more use. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, Ferdinand Bong Bong. There's Bong Bong. Bong Bong. Oh, Marcos Jr. could prove better. Marcos Jr. could prove better than predecessor. So Ferdinand Marcos Jr., aka Bong Bong, could be better than Ferdinand Marcos. That's a low frickin' bar. This one. Ukraine war threatens to escalate into World War III. When did you figure that one out, genius? It's like freaking talking about that for months. Oh, this one. Okay, here we go. We're gonna do this one. Come more local news, right? Just to kind shoots, bro. It's just Kaka'ako. It's not the city's civic center. It's reported that the horrendously costly rapid transit rail project will come for a disastrous end at Haleakala and South Streets in Kaka'ako to be called the Civic Center stop, cite May 7th article. That designation is nowhere near the actual civil center, Civic Center. Oh, try to be all here. And then should be named for where it is. Kaka'ako! What a choice. Kaka'ako is just where thousands and thousands of tourists and the majority of the populace will be so eager to go each and every day. No, not Ala Moana Center, but Kaka'ako, the center of nothing. Brilliant, just brilliant. Donald Grabber. Kaka'ako. Okay, thank you. Oh, brother. Oh, I should stop saying that. God. Hey, and my brother used to ragged on me because I said it like a little. He's like, oh, I cannot listen to you because you're talking PG. Oh, I cannot hear you. What a freaking snob! And he's pro Trump. Damn you, Red Baron. Anyways, that's it. Just probably blah blah blah. Hope it's not too long. Bye. I think I got some shots. Bye. Have a nice sunrise. The rain's gonna come back. Yay. No more wind. Aloha anyway. Fresh aloha to you.